Hello, and welcome to this tutorial on getting started with Google Hangouts, brought to you by Transcend AE. In this tutorial, we'll show you how to launch Google Hangouts and to use some of the features to make video calls, phone calls, and group messages, all through your computer. So let's begin. Hangouts is included with every Google account, so the first thing we'll do is log into our Google account. And if you have a Gmail account, you have a Google account. So let's go ahead and sign in. Next, we'll go to the Google Apps button, which lives right here next to your Google account button. Click here, and a drop-down list of Google Apps will appear that includes all your most used apps, like your Gmail and your Google Drive. The Hangouts button might be visible immediately, or you might need to scroll down a bit. The Hangouts icon is a green speech bubble with a white quotation mark inside. When we find it, we can launch it with a single click. This is the Google Hangouts page. This white panel on the left is where you can start a new message conversation or see any recent message conversations you've been part of. To the left of this conversation pane, we see a narrow sidebar with several icons. The top one is a shortcut to the Google Contacts app, which you can find over here in your Google Apps button. If you use the Google Contacts app to store email addresses and phone numbers, all those addresses are available inside Hangouts via this icon. The phone icon will show you any recent phone calls you've had or start a new phone call. Or you can click the dots here at the bottom of the list to see more options. Today, we're going to focus on these three buttons that live right here in the middle of the screen: Video Call, Phone Call, and Message. Let's start with Video Call. Google Hangouts lets us make video calls to just about anybody with an internet connection, even if they don't have a Google account. We need a Google account to make a video call through Hangouts, but anybody with the internet can receive one. To start a Hangouts video call, we'll click the Video Call button. A new window will launch where we can type in the email address of the person or people we want to call. If a person is listed in our Google Contacts, we can simply type their name and Google will search our contacts and supply the email address. Once we've entered everybody we want on the call, we click the Invite button. Google then emails an invitation containing a link to the video call. If we don't have the email addresses we want to use handy, we can always copy the invitation link by clicking the Copy Link to Share button. We can then text or email it to whomever we want to invite once we have the proper contact information. Let's say we want to call Jack. We'll just type in his email address and press Invite. Google sends an email to Jack. When Jack clicks the link inside the email, he'll join me on the video call. Notice that Google asks for access to the camera and microphone on our computer or phone. We need to allow that for Hangouts video calling to work. Click the padlock icon right next to the web address bar to grant those permissions. Once we've done that, we just wait for Jack to answer our call. When he does, his picture will show up right here. The circles radiating from the icon here in the center of the screen indicate that our microphone is working correctly. When I speak, the circles move. When we're done with the video call, we can use the red phone icon here in the bottom center of the screen to hang up. Bye, Jack. Let's look at Hangouts Message function next. Message is like a text message or an online chat. To message somebody, simply click the message icon right here. This activates the white pane on the left side of the screen we looked at earlier. We just have to enter the name of the person we want to message if their information is stored in Google Contacts, or type in their email address. Let's send a message invitation to our friend Jack. We'll click on his name in our contacts list here, and Google will send him an invitation to message with us. Once he accepts our invitation, we can begin typing messages back and forth in the white sidebar. Notice that Jack has to accept our invitation before we can send him a message. This is an important security feature. It means that nobody can message you without your permission. The middle button is for phone calls, which you can use to make a voice-only call over the internet rather than a phone line. There is a cost associated with phone calling, so we recommend that you stick to making video calls. You can always turn off the camera during a video call and use the audio only. This has been an introduction to Google Hangouts from Transcend AE. We hope you learned everything you need to get started and stay connected.